Hello, welcome back. Today we are diving into one of the coolest tools in Python for data visualization, Plotly Express. Whatever you are preparing a sleek dashboard, data report, or just want to explore trends interactively, Plotly makes it easy. Let's go step by step from installation to building beautiful line bar and scatter plots. Plotly is powerful graph library that allows you to create interactive publication quality charts using just a few lines of code. We'll focus on Plotly Express, the high-level wrapper that makes things simple and fast. So, as you can see, we've got our data over here. First, we need to go to terminal and pip install Plotly. Wait a few seconds. Whenever it's going to be installed, we need to import plotly.express as px. Also, we need to import pandas as leaf. Whenever we've got pandas and plotly installed, we need to create data frame. So pd.dataframe from the data that we've provided over here. And we can print data frame to see that everything works as it should. And voila, we've got our data frame from the data that we provided over here. So let's start with some easy line chart to show how sales grow over time. So we need to thick equals px line, and we need df to our data frame. We need year because we've provided it over here. We also need as y the sales, and our title will be, because we've got years, annual sales rent, and we need to pick that show. We can just run that code, and voila, in our browser there will be our, maybe not quite fancy, but we created our first chart in Plotly Express, in just a few lines of code. You can see without spaces, it can be under the 10 lines, and that's the power of the Plotly. Okay, so we've got the first one. Now let's compare values. So we need to create a bar chart because it's ideal for that type of operation. So we need to have big chart bar, we'll call it, because we will create more line, and here px, so Plotly Express dot bar. Here we just pass data frame, then we pass the year, then we pass the sales, we create the title, sales by year, and we also provide the text, sales. The text part shows label directly on the bars. It's quite helpful for some kind of quick insights. And then, as before, thick bar, that's show. Run that code, and voila, we've got our code running as it should. It sells by year. Whenever we get to any of them, you can see which year was what. Okay, so we need to go deeper because we've got our line chart, our bar chart, and right now we'll create the scatter plot. And scatter plots help us find some kind of relationships between the variables and let us create a dataset with more complexity. So we need first of all create a new data frame. So we'll just call data frame 2 equals ex.data. You remember that's our data, and we need to go .iris. And with that, we can create the scatter plot with that. So pick cutter, ex dot cutter, ef2, because you know that we are needed in another data frame. Over here, x will be tuple width, the y will be tuple length, color is dishes, the size is tuple length, and title will be iris dataset scatter plot. And we need pick that scatter, and we need to show it. Whenever I will run that code, I've got my scatter plot ready to go, ready to dive. And maybe you're thinking, where are the other codes? Each of them is running on the separate browser opening. So that's why I only show you the one. Okay, we've got scatter plot, we've got the line bar chart, but also we can just change that. Also, we can customize everything from titles to axis to colors. So everything what we would like to have. For example, big bar dot, and here we've got update layout, and here we can get title, customized chart, x-axis will be title, a year, y-axis title will be sales, and template will be lovely dark. And here we will also pick which one? Bar. That's show. And with that, we run our code. And yeah, x-axis. I misspelled it. And voila, our bar chart looks quite different that it used to be at the very first glance. Okay, so we've got like our new charts running. The next thing, and the last also thing that we are going to create and to do, we can have like download whatever we are creating our charts. For example, we'll just make our fig chart, fig bar chart, and write HTML, and then we'll have, for example, sales chart.html. Whenever I run that code, you can see that I've got over here our sales chart downloaded, and I've got it in the HTML file. Whenever I would like to open it, so I will just go open Explorer, I'll open it and wait a few seconds, voila, and we've got our chart, not via Python, but we've got it prepared, and we can send that file and everyone can expand and have our chart that we just created in their own browser. So I hope you enjoy it, and see you at the next episode where we dive deeper into the word data.